Hi everyone, Karen here from Holistic Essentials Therapy and Consulting, bringing to you this week's forecast for Monday the 28th of January through to Sunday the 3rd of February 2019. I wanted to share with you this week the importance of energy exchange. And this is something that I teach my healers when obviously I'm teaching them Reiki and then they're going out as practitioners into the world. And so the importance of energy exchange is this. And I'm sure that you're all very familiar with this, as many of you are most likely empaths and nurturers and perhaps even people pleasers. And that's normal as a highly sensitive person to want to please the people around you in order for them to be happy. But if you are also an energy healer or a light worker, or in any of the work that you're doing, or just with your family and friends and in your relationships, it's important that there is an equal exchange of energy. So for myself, as an example, I provide a service, I receive a money exchange, that is an energy exchange. If I have other beautiful like-minded practitioners that I work with, that we will do a time for time exchange. So I will give an hour of my time, they give me an hour of time, or perhaps I'll do a half an hour healing and they'll give me a half an hour healing. So there's this beautiful equal exchange of energy. Now that doesn't mean that we can't do something from the goodness of our hearts. That's totally fine. But if you're doing something from the goodness of your heart and then you're becoming a little bit angry or a little bit resentful that you're not receiving something in return, then this is not an equal exchange of energy. I once had a student who gave a healing for what she believed to be was an exchange of a meal. Unfortunately, the meal that she received was a slice of toast. It's wrong on so many levels. But the point of the story is it was not an equal exchange. If you are going to do something for somebody or somebody asks you to do something for you, and especially if this is a reoccurring pattern, I couldn't get that out there, then it's important that you can say yes, because sometimes to say no can cause us more pain than actually saying yes and then feeling resentful. So say yes, but then as your response, say yes, absolutely, I can do that for you. Are you able to do this for me on this day? There you have an equal exchange of energy. It's important for you to keep in tune with how you are reacting to people. If you are starting to feel that you are being used, if you're starting to feel depleted of your energy, if you're starting to feel resentful and avoiding people because you don't want them to ask you to do something for them because you don't want to say no, then it's really important in time for you to really address and assess how you're actually giving your energy away. And again, this doesn't mean that we can't be loving and we can't be giving, because we all know that we give to particular people who are our loved ones, and we give and we give, and it does come back and we do have an equal energy of exchange, but sometimes it's not there and sometimes it's not able to be reciprocated. And that's okay. Recognize in those moments that you are making the choice to do that action. So if you know that you're not going to get something in return and you are not wanting to say no, or that you can't do this particular thing that's being asked of you, then a way to maintain your power and to keep your energy is to stop and take a breath and say to yourself, I am choosing to do this thing. I choose 100%, I am choosing to do this thing. In doing that, you're taking back your power as well, and there isn't as much energy loss in doing that action, because you are standing in your power and taking back your power by making the decision of choosing. So you are recognizing your choice. You do have the choice to say no, but you're choosing to say yes. So there's 2 teachings in here today. So recognize in anything that you do, you are choosing to do it. So even if it's something that you feel uncomfortable about and you don't really want to do, but perhaps you may have to because it might be work related, then you would say, I'm choosing to do this. I'm making the choice to do this. And then that is really a way for you to bring back your energy and to take back your power. I hope that serves you well. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Mountains, stand your ground. Wow, how appropriate is that to what we were just talking about? So by taking back your power, by acknowledging to yourself in any given moment that you are choosing and making a choice, then you then become very empowered and grounded in the decisions that you're making. The energy of this card also is really inviting you and asking you to review areas in your life where you feel that things are happening around you that are not within your integrity. Your personal integrity perhaps is being questioned, or you may even be being asked by other people to do something that's not in alignment with your own personal integrity. And so you're being asked and reminded, the message from Spirit for you is to stand your ground. There is more energetic repercussions to saying yes to doing something that you already feel within yourself is not in alignment with your personal values and integrity. So therefore, it's even more imperative that you say gracefully and graciously, I'm sorry, I'm actually unable to do that for you because it's not in alignment with my values, it's not in alignment with my integrity. If it's a working environment for you and the workplace is actually an environment that is continuously asking you to work against your values and your integrity, I'm very familiar with this, then it is important to start looking at ways in which you can bring changes. Perhaps there is another role that you can do. Perhaps there's another job that you can do. If that's not possible for you to do so, then how can you still maintain your integrity and find ways within that to make it okay for you to be in that space? So you are very much being asked to stand your ground, to remain strong and steadfast in your personal truth, and to behave and surround yourself with people that are also in alignment with your personal values and your integrity. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Winter, take care of your needs. Okay, so we don't have winter in the southern hemisphere, but we definitely have winter, obviously, in the northern hemisphere. So what does this really mean for all of us at this time? Take care of your needs. What does winter represent? Winter is a time of going within. It's a time of hibernating. It's a time of retreating. And it's a time of coming together because, people tend to spend more time indoors together as a family, perhaps, when it's colder outside. So you're being asked this week to identify what ways do you need to be nurturing yourself right now? What ways can you ensure that your needs are taken care of? And sometimes this is as simple as actually telling another person what it is that you need right now. This is what I need right now. Now they can either give it to you or they can't. But by voicing what it is that you need, then you can identify and take action steps to ensure that you are taking care of yourself and the needs of you right now. Now, this doesn't mean that we're selfish. It doesn't mean that we don't take care of other people. But what I know to be sure is that if your cup is completely empty and your energy is completely drained, then you actually don't have any capacity. You don't have anything in your reserve that enables you to give to somebody else. So when you take care of your needs, you're actually far better equipped to take care of the needs of somebody else, should that be required of you. Saturday and Sunday, hold the space. I love holding the space. David, so much energy in this card. And it's really, I'm drawn to the light of the card as well. So you're really being asked on Saturday and Sunday to be the light. Now, how do you be the light? Settle into your breath, connect into your heart space. And what I say, I love this, is I say I am the light I am. I got that from the beautiful Matt Kahn. I am the light I am. And so you're being asked to hold space. Too often, especially as sensitives, as healers, as fixers, as people who want people to be well and happy, we can often go into a situation, someone might come to you with a situation, and we can often go into that and want to fix it immediately. We want to provide solutions. And while that may seem like the right thing to do, potentially what we're doing is we are actually disempowering that other person. We're disempowering them. We're not actually empowering them. So if we do too much for another person, then the message that they are receiving is that they are incapable of doing these things for themselves. The message that they are receiving is that they don't have the tools to be able to do the things for themselves that they need to do. And we weaken them. So what we can do instead is we can hold the space. So if somebody comes to you with an issue, or they're just needing to get something off their chest or vent, or a problem, we just need to hold the space. So be the space, come into your center, breathe into your heart, and just focus on your breath and give that person your full attention and allow them space to speak whatever it is that they need to speak. And then you might only need to ask a couple of questions. What do you think you should do? What do you think feels right for you? What do you think is the best thing to do in this situation? What do you want to do? And so by asking those simple questions, so you're holding this space, they're in a safe space where they can express their fears or express their problems and be vulnerable. You're holding the space. The moment that you bring conscious awareness to your breath, conscious awareness to your heart space, you're actually allowing the conscious energy of the universe, the consciousness of the universe to flow through you. And as you do that, that energy builds within that space. And then the consciousness of the other person begins to rise from within them. And it's from within this beautiful space that you are holding that you allow the other person to access their own intuitive guidance. And they will begin to solve their own problems themselves, because each of us have our own answers within us. So you're being asked to be the sacred space for somebody else this week. It doesn't have to be the fixing of the problem. It's not your job to fix the problem. You can provide some ideas, but you're being asked this week to focus your attention instead on being the space that empowers the other person to self-identify what it is that they need to do for themselves. So I hope that that serves you well. Again, thank you so much for your beautiful messages and feedback. I love it. And be kind and gentle with yourself. I say that a lot. Be kind and gentle with yourself. And the reason that I say that so much is because it's so much easier for us to be kind and gentle to somebody else than it is for us to be kind and gentle to ourselves. So take a moment to give yourself a pat on the back for how well you are doing, how far you have come, and for all that you have learnt. Namaste, blessed be. Have a wonderful week. So much love to you all. Thank you. Bye.